execute the give and go to perfection. A no-look alley-oop to a one-handed throwdown? What kind of supplements are they taking? Whatever it is, I want some. Not that I would ever need any, but you know.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... It's Friday night and payday.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Chris in at the center. Young, good. Two teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperations on both sides.
And it's easy to start second-guessing yourself, Kevin. You want to make adjustments, but also stay true to who you are. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second-chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high-percentage look.
Now, here's Curry. From deep. Hunter grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Curry gets the bucket.
You can't take Curry lightly inside. He's not the biggest guy, but he's exceptionally crafty.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
Wow, hammering it in!
An energetic finish from Capella. For a big man, he's got some nasty dunks in his arsenal.
Curry against Young. It's tipped. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Atlanta now. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Curry passes to Thompson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
These guards out there tell you it's hard to rattle Thompson. Finishing through the contact. It's the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so invaluable to your offense to have somebody like Klay Thompson spacing the floor.
I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. The most underrated player in the league. Shooting 42% from beyond the arc for his career now. But what's amazing is in 8 full years, he's never shot below 40 from 3 in one single season. And he'll lock you down on D. Few players, if any, can claim that. I love the way Thompson goes after that miss. Ensures that they make the next one.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The kick out to Young. Here's Herter. They get the rebound, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Thompson. Chris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Young, good.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Young against Curry. Shoots over Capella. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Membry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Here's Poole. Teague covering. Here's Looney over Jones. Looney with the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Oh!
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Floats it up for Wiggins. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Teague can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And that one drops for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Off three-pointer, Wiggins. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits. And earlier we spoke with Klay Thompson about the value of some.
Realize how easy it is to get looks from him.
Greg, you think about the championships they've won together. Incredible connection between these two.
Yeah, I mean, they have different styles, play different positions, but both are tough, competitive, and step up when it matters most.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the fourth. Here's Smailagic. A shot that time, not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Reddish with the slam.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smailagic. Dedmon with the block. Teague, the pass to Bembry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Thompson in the corner. Six to shoot. Curry fires from way outside. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Chris is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. Curry way outside, and the Warriors miss again.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And given his style, it feels like Curry could play as long as he wants.
Why not? The thing you never lose is your jump shot. Plus, Steph, he can beat you with instinct, awareness, rather than relying on his explosive athleticism. And if his team keeps their offensive style of play, oh, he can play for forever.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
I like seeing that kind of sharp passing. Thompson, making sure they get the best shot possible.
Young from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chris has got 4 rebounds in this game. From about 19 feet, kept alive. The Hawks leading by 12. Young looking it over. Now the pass to Capella. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. So for the Hawks, Jones checked in for Capella, and Collins subbed in for Dwayne Dedman. Picked away. Thompson for 3. Warriors the rebound. Chris kicks to Thompson. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
No problems knocking that one down. Young's got 13.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game. First in the quarter.
And the rejection by Collins. So for the Hawks, Reddish comes in for Hunter. And it's Teague in for Young. 1:11 left now here in the second. Curry finds Green. Fires it up. Warriors getting another chance here. Curry against Teague. Another miss by Curry.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Reddish's shot is good. And that's now 6 points for Cam Reddish.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Outside for Curry. Pass to Toscano. Back to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Curry with another miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. Oh, we see a lot of this now.
Curry with another miss. And so that brings the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 13 points. And that's a wrap with the...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. That's the Warriors 5. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And we hear a player's attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Great hands. You can't let Capella get established down there. Once he does, you're pretty much cooked.
Thompson for the triple. Unable to get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Herder. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 13. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
Can you believe this guy, CLA Thompson, from the parking lot? That's simply not fair.
It's good on the putback.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Down low, it's deflected. Young against Curry. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup is good. 12 points for him.
Yeah, maybe you would think Steph would be thrown off by some contact, but think again, just too good of a finisher in close. Too much feel for the bucket.
Here's Capella. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Up again, and Wiggins able to finish. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the game to go. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. 7-point differential. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Young's shot is off.
A lot of damage from three-point range in the first half, but so far in the second, he hasn't done a thing.
It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Stephen Curry. Young outside. In the corner, it's Hunter. An easy 2 points on the layup. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Curry way outside. The offensive rebound. It doesn't go for him. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Teague up top. Jones. And Jones slams it home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Wiggins passes to Looney. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wiggins drives in. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Taking it to the D. When Wiggins is forcing the issue, he shows why he went first overall.
Passes it to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Pass to Fernando. Sinks that one from the post. Bembry's got 5 points so far.
Well, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
A three-pointer. Wiggins misses. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with the 9-point lead to end the And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Embry out there with Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Curry against Teague. From deep. Curry can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 9. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Reddish with the slam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Curry outside, gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 24 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Thompson looking for an opening. A 3 ball. It's Dedmon with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. They get the rebound. It's tipped. Now the Warriors moving it up. Chris finds Curry. Back to Chris. Golden State moving it around. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That 3 off the mark.
Look, the more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Lets the 3 fly. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Outside Teague. Reddish the pass to Dedmon. The pass to Fernando. Knocks down the 10-footer. Fernando's got his first points of the game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Curry way outside. Rebound by the Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Green with the block.
And good anticipation by Draymond. I mean, he always gets in position for these clean spots like this one.
Curry can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 9. For the finish. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. And it goes on Draymond Green. And he makes the first. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Thompson misses. Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Hunter dishes to Capella.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Curry way outside. And the Warriors miss again. The Hawks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Young outside. For 3. That shot off. And Golden State will come the other way.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 11. Now, here's Hunter, covered by Wiggins. Pass to Hunter. He kicks to Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
From deep three-point range, no good. And so Atlanta takes this one by, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for...
Now, vote for your top play of the week. And I know you want your highlights to be featured in a future episode, so make sure to submit your best plays to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. It's not easy to impress me, so you better bring the heat. 2KMC out.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next. Good Friday night to you, sports fans. DA.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Young outside. Pass to Herter. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Hunter, no one around him. Poked away. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. He kicks to Covington. Feeds to Tucker. He gets that one.
It's a bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Young looking it over. Out to the right wing. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Rockets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Harden finds Covington. Tucker with the ball. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Hunter, the pass to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Passes it to Herter. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
Now here's Westbrook. Harden outside. A 3-pointer off the mark for Atlanta. They've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Capella inside, guarded by Tucker. Young dishes to Capella. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Stolen by Westbrook. And it's Houston on the break. And it's Trae Young with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Harden, and oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. A nice shot by Tucker.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Rockets leading by 4. Covington passes to Harden. Tucker with the ball. Capella's there. And Tucker kicks to House. Tucker with the ball and guarded by Capella. Tucker can't get it to go. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Young outside. Back to Collins. Pass to Young. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Several teams changing it up here. Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Right side, Green. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And it's Jones. Time on the assist from Reddish.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
Rivers gets a wide open look. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Rockets on top. They're up by. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Green is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's McLemore at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And Reddish out there running on the break. That's the best way to reward a teammate for that kind of defensive pressure.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jones, the pass to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Reddish getting up there and getting explosive.
Rocket shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Kicks it out to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. And the pass to Rivers. The feed now to Green. It's stolen by Jones. Throws it up high. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And the turnover again by Houston.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Teague drives in. That one goes. Count it. Teague's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Westbrook. Rebound by the Hawks. And it's the Hawks' ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke. Had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA. Struggled just to find his rhythm.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming.
Fernando, the pass to the Bembry. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Now, here's Hunter, guarded closely. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Young passes to Hunter. And he takes that one up and powered. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Here's Gordon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
Tamari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Then McLemore comes in for Russell Westbrook. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Tucker can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 6. Herder passes to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
And some of the dunks Collins can pull off are just awesome.
Harden up top. A steal. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Young with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Harden kicks to Carroll. Back to Harden. They need this. Trae Young grabs the miss. Lobbed up there for Collins. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Collins kicks to Young. Oh, good on the triple. Rockets trail by 8.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Here's Harden. No good. Shot missing. Good defensive work there by Young.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Jones comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Young. Pass to Herter. To the middle, here's Teague. Westbrook with the block.
There is no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league. On full display there.
Jeff Teague with the rebound. And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11 points. Back to Jones. Hawks passing it around. Outside Teague. Kicks to Dedmon. Clock at 6. Back to Teague. Dishes to Dedmon. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 10.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Here's Westbrook. Back to Green. Passes it to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Another miss by Westbrook. The Hawks leading by 10. Reddish dishes to Teague. Up top, Dedmon. Defended by Covington. Jones against Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Reddish. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
The kick out to Teague. Out left to the wing. Back to Collins. Down low, Fernando. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
A big man, John Collins, seeing the court that time.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. The pass to Bembry. Over in the corner, Reddish. Pass to Bembry. To the paint. Stolen by Tucker. Back to Harden. Down low. Covington passes to House. On the wing, Harden. Houston needs to get a shot off. Takes a three. That shot misses. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Shot by Collins, no good. Rockets trail by 9. Here's McLemore, and McLemore slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Passes to Hunter. Here's Bembry. Hung outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, that's the attitude that the coaching staff talked to us about before the game. Heads up, aggressive play, and right at whoever's guarding Trae Young.
Atlanta making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. The Rockets also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. And it's Green missing. The Hawks leading by 8. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Now, here is Young, guarded by McLemore. Another shot, pass to Huerter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Young for 3, drills the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 11.
I mean, how do you stop a guy like that? Defensively, you want to protect the rim. He's so far away as Trae Young from the bucket.
Harden, that's good.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
And Covington sends it back. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets trail by 8. Westbrook passes to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Capella kicks to Hunter. Young passes to Huerter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, Huerter's a guy who can get you back in a hurry. You make one, he'll come back and get a 3 himself.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here is House. Here's Westbrook. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
that might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Over to the wing, back to Harden. Fires the three, and another three for Houston.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Young. He feeds it to Dedmon. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And the Rockets making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Young outside from deep. The shot misses, and the Rockets take it the other way. Westbrook kicks to Harden, lets it go with a three. They get it back.
Well, he's been in these spots before, and you can see Westbrook wants it and comes through.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. The pass to Capella. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. The three from Harden. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Herter. Good D by Westbrook. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And so it's Atlanta with it. They lead by 7. Here's Herter. It's Young on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Hunter. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Rebounded by Tucker. Harden outside from deep three-point range. Kept alive by Houston. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Young fires away from outside. Off target with that shot. And so the Hawks take the win. It will. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
NBA Finals are underway, and while I'm so excited, I'm a little bit upset because that means basketball is almost over. But at least we have NBA 2K21, right?
That's right, NBA 2K never stops, and right now these finals include two teams.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay are the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with PJ Tucker, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here's Harden. Outside Westbrook. A shot missing. Good D by Thompson. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden against Curry. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried.
That 3 ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
From deep, Harden. And it's Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right, got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding. Boy, Tucker, ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Here's Curry. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House. And Golden State also making a change. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Now, here's Thompson. Jacks up a 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And, Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they look to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Houston.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Gordon finds Green. Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me. how he maintains his focus on these shots.
And a deep three from Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Harden, that's good.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Now, here's Pascal. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 3, and Looney sends it back. Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now, here is Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, over time, Harden has really mastered the pump fake. Amazing watching him continue to trick the defense time and time again.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Wiggins. Rockets with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Rivers kicks to Harden. Just 3 on the clock. No good on that one. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Warriors lead by. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work.
I can't tell how many shots I've taken.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. We've got Looney, and it's Smailagic in at the 4-man position. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Thompson inside the line. Carroll with the rebound. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for DeMar Carroll. James Harden, he's checked in for McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Outside, House buries it from 3-point range. House has got the lead up to 3 now for Houston.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Thompson misses.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
He can't get that one, so Houston will take it the other way. Harden with it, picked up by Thompson. Back to Harden. That's a bucket, his 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Rebounded by Smailagic. Warriors trail by 5. Thompson outside. Now the pass to Smailagic. Back to Thompson. Shoots over Covington. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Covington kicks it out to Harden. From deep. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Thompson gets it to go.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And Thompson launches it from deep. And it's Thompson again missing. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Harden. Tucker finds Harden. Here is House. And some nice passing there by Houston. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his second basket of the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Covington with the steal. Pass to Harden. Uncovered. Warriors with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And really deep three that time. Thompson's got 14.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Harden outside, looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Thompson misses. Rockets leading by 5. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot with nobody near him. He's got 11.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's the Rockets on the break. Westbrook leading the charge. And so it's Houston bringing the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was and
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Pascal, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Pass to House. Harden outside. Beyond the arc. Good D by Thompson.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And You know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Fires from 18, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Sometimes you watch Steph get a shot up, you just appreciate what you're seeing, and perhaps the best shooter of all time.
Harden, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And another 3 for Golden State.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
And here's Harden for 3. That one misses. The Warriors go the other way.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Curry way outside. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Covington passes to Harden. Westbrook way outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Another miss by Curry. And it's Houston on the break. The finish. Got a piece of it. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got 19 points.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
The deep 3 from Harden. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Rockets. Pass to Thompson from deep. Warriors the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Warriors lead by 5.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry on the wing. 6 to shoot. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Curry from deep three-point land. And Westbrook pulls it down. Haskell with the steal. Curry on the wing. There's the triple. Kept alive.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Curry from deep three-point land. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Covington. Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Curry. From deep three-point range, another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient, and when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and baskets on the defense.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Warriors on top. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Curry. And it's Green, and there's Chris, and it's Toscano in at the small forward.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Warriors leading by 7, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for DeMar Carroll. James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Austin Rivers. And the Warriors also making a change. Thompson's checked in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Westbrook finds Harden. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half. They kick it out to Green. Thompson outside. Outside Curry. Back to Thompson. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Thompson in the corner. The pass to Curry. From deep three-point range. And no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Westbrook. Harden with it. Picked up by Thompson. From outside, off the mark. Warriors leading by 6. Passes it to Curry. No one near him. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden surveying the D. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson passes to Chris. And Chris throws it down hard.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Drops in the tray. Harden's got 30 points.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Curry can't get it to go.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
And Harden has the ultimate green light. I mean, it's uber green, including launching from outside of the state.
Curry against Westbrook.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
The Warriors lead it. Curry way outside. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To tie it up. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
No surprise there. I mean, this is who Westbrook is. This is what Westbrook does. Ready to step up in the biggest moments.
Here's Curry. Green breaking loose. It falls!
No question about it. Curry is on fire right now.
Here's Westbrook. Got it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
So tough to stop Westbrook right now.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rod is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Warriors with possession here. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Wiggins.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Westbrook drives in. Yes!
Boy, this is Westbrook at his absolute best. Attacking, getting into the lane, and finishing in style.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore is checked in. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry with it. Shot clock at 6. Oh, off target.
And that's what Curry will do for you. Force the defender to commit, absorb the contact, and get to the line.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Harden launches it from deep. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark.
This week on 2K TV, we're getting you ready for the My Team Unlimited tournament. And we have last year's champ to help out. Plus, we check in with the 2K Reddit community. We're highlighting your top plays.
The Warriors coming into the arena earlier. They know now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5 spot. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Herter. Capella inside, covered by Chris, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Now here's Curry. Wiggins passes to Curry. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Green against Collins. Pass to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins with some nice D. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Keeps it alive, and Green is right there.
Keeping after the second chance opportunity. That's hustle. That's commitment. That's Draymond Green.
Here's Capella. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Young for 3. The Warriors pull it in. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That basket doesn't happen without the hustle from Thompson there in transition. He is a beast at finishing fast break chances.
The 3. And Herter gets it to go.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Curry against Young. From deep.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry deciding where to go with it. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Lob pass to Capella. And no good that time.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. Passes to Poole. Now here's Pascal. Not a lot of room. Looney with the bucket. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's Pascal after the made shot from John Collins. For the three, and the basket by Pascal.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
51 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Well, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot. But now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
GA, Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the two together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
Here's Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 6. Reddish kicks to Bembry. Pass to T. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Wiggins outside. And there's the pass to Toscano. Here's Smailagic. Looney passes to Toscano. Wiggins from outside. He can't hit that time.
And have to love that tenaciousness there by Wiggins. He has all the tools to be a great defender.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up 5.
Oh, my wife, for sure. No.
Sounds like he's got a good team, both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Young is out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Here's Bembry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 2. Tries again. Draymond Green with the rebound. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson dishes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Warriors. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Fernando. The kick out to Young. Passes it to Fernando. On the money with the open jumper.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Curry against Young. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. And Young kicks to Bembry. He dishes it to Dedmon. Young for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Thompson from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Thompson's got 5.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament, get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Damian Jones comes in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benford. And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run. And you just got to love Steph's passion for the game. Even his pregame workout has drawn attention.
GA, let me give you this little story. One time in high school, he got so pumped before a game, he actually hurt himself. He jumped up, hit his forehead, and had to get stitches. The man just loves to play, and he loves this game.
Teague, he's checked in for Young. Poole, the pass to Looney. It's stolen by Jones. To the middle. Can they get it? And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
Collins checked in for Atlanta. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
It's intercepted. Here's Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Atlanta with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Wiggins with the ball, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Here's Collins. Following the score by Golden State. Comes up empty down low.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Pascal's shot is off. The Hawks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
With size in the backcourt, it's such an advantage. Kevin Huerter is 6'6" with a long frame.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hunter. Over to the left wing. Here's Huerter. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's good on the way up. Huerter's got his second basket of the night.
Physical D right there, but Huerter's mentally tough. Never lost focus.
Curry, good.
We'll love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that does it for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the center position. The Hawks trail by 16.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Here's Wiggins. Oh, what a play!
Watch your head.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Thompson finds Green. Now here's Curry. Launches a 3. Here's Thompson. That one, no good. Collins with some nice D.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Right wing fires from deep. The Hawks again can't hit.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Curry from deep three-point land. And that one is off. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Young. Finished off the break. Young's got his first points of the night.
You know, out in the open floor, Trae Young does an excellent job of assisting or finishing.
Thompson looking for an opening. Looking to get it going. Green breaking loose. No good at the rim. The Hawks trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Herter. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter. Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. The Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Bowman's checked in. Teague can't hit. Warriors leading by 19. There's the pass to Bowman. Pascal against Teague. Now, here's Pascal. He's covered closely. That one doesn't go. The Hawks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pascal with the steal. Here's Bowman. Teague covering. Here's Smilagic. Crafty move. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Bembry. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Hawks again can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Jones sends it back. Pass to Dedmon. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Reddish, and he lays it straight in. Reddish has got his second bucket of the night.
He's still adding muscle to his frame. Cam Reddish is showing us his ability to play through contact and finish.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
Yo, watch it!
Stephen Curry.
From deep. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Bembry, also Trae Young out there. Reddish out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. Here's Fernando, covered by Wiggins. Young drives in.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Young against Curry. Lays it up off the glass.
The creativity of Stephen Curry is on full display right there.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 17. Trains the three-pointer.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first three of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Curry with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got 21 in the game.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Warriors leading by 17. From deep three-point range, and another 3 for Golden State.
There have been a number of heat checks here for Curry, but he keeps on rolling.
Young fires away from outside. The long-distance 3 is buried.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Curry against Young. Curry passes to Green. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You see the power, the long arms. Draymond able to convert through contact for the potential and one.
And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors.
And Smitty, anytime there's a poll for dirtiest player in the NBA, Draymond seems to end up on that list.
GA, in our day, there would have been a lot of us on that list. We know Draymond just wants to win, but it's about just playing hard, and that's what he'll do. He'll do whatever it takes to win. In this league, they just trying to clean up some of these acts. Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Pass to Huerter. Young outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hunter, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Curry, good.
Curry's unafraid to go inside, and he's a good finisher when he gets there.
In the corner, Collins with it. Atlanta again missing. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. But they'll get another chance. Thompson for three. Knocks down the three ball.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Young passes to Capella. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Hunter grabs the miss. And it's the Hawks' ball. Back to Young from downtown. The shot, no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Mulder, the pass to Lee. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Fires the three. Here's Looney. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here to come into an opponent's building. And all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Now,
Welcome to 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. This week we are talking My Team. We've been discussing the My Team Unlimited tournament. And guess what? The first game day is right around the corner.
So we want to make sure you are ready.
Here are some tips to get.
And that shot should lead. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. Now here's Capella. Young finds Collins. And Collins gets double-teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Beyond the arc. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Harden with it. Here's Tucker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tucker is a bulldog, someone that enjoys going at the defense inside and earning the call.
Top of the line, competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
And the 3 ball is good.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
From deep, Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And so it's Atlanta with it. Young taking his time here. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, we won't see Capella try to hit threes. I mean, Clint's a center who knows his role. Just rock the rim.
Covington passes to Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Here is House. Back to Tucker. And Capella sends it back. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Westbrook with the block.
Always in a relentless pursuit of the ball. Westbrook is capable of making stand-out defensive plays.
Here's Herter. The Rockets pull it in. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Yep, that one goes.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Covington sends it back. And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Harden outside. Back to Covington. Stolen by Collins. The kick out to Young. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
So it's the Hawks now. James Harden missing on the 3. And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Gordon comes in for Daniel House. Then McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trey Young. To the wing right side. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Look at the explosiveness from the little man. Teague just rises up and never stops.
Inside. Back to Rivers. Rivers got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Teague, the pass to Jones. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Teague.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rivers passes to Green. Kicked him clean. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Jones. Rockets trail by 3. Rivers looking over the floor. Here's Green. And the call on the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Gordon missing.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Rivers. Dedmon with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's Atlanta up by 5. We'll be back shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Reddish. And it's Bembry in at the 2-guard spot. And Gordon over to help. And there's the pass to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Rockets trail by 3. Rivers passes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Teague dishes to Dedmon. Here's Fernando. Carroll covering. Teague can't hit. And for Houston, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Robert Covington's checked in for Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Ben McLemore. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Teague. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Kevin Herter subbed in for Reddish.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
To the inside, here's Carroll. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And throughout his career, Robert Covington, a favorite in the advanced stats community. No surprise then that a team like the Rockets valued him so highly.
Yeah, and the decision to go small made easier by his length and his ability to defend bigger players.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Manuel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. Outside Westbrook. Lets it go with the three. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 5.
Oh, man, this must frustrate the defense. Westbrook makes the three look so effortless.
Young passes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Collins looking around. Young outside. Fires the three. No good that time. So Houston will take it the other way. From deep, Harden. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Capella. Back to Collins. Dishes it to Capella. Can't hit that one.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
The three from Harden. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
House kicks to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The kick out to Young. And he's good on the 3-ball. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his 2nd 3 of the quarter, 3rd overall.
Harden against Young. Westbrook. That one's off. Still out of sync.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Young with no one around. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harden's shot is off.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
And so it's Houston with it. 8-point game. On the wing, Harden. 3-pointer. Gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
Oh, that's just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, ready to fire as soon as he receives a pass.
And here's Young from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Inside. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Tucker. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game. Just a remarkable shooter from deep.
Here's Capella. Misses the layup. Here's Harden on the wing. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The deep 3 from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open. Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that mistake.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. The Hawks leading by 4. Reddish with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. And the shot is good.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Harden the pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Launches a 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Russell Westbrook. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Here's Reddish. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well. I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Collins finds Dedmon. Again, the Hawks score.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And some nice passing there by Houston. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Collins passes to Reddish. To Collins, to the paint, shot clock at 6. Fernando, And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Covington's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
For the Hawks, Jones checked in for Bruno Fernando. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for John Collins.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Fast break, the Hawks. Teague's got the ball. Stolen by Harden. Covington into the lane. And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, man, using that burst of speed to his advantage, Covington looks to drop the hammer whenever he can.
And Harden comes to help. Bembry kicks to Teague. Jones in the post. Covington's there. Jones dishes to Dedmon. Covington with the steal. The deep three from Harden. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half. Teague deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Harden's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
All alone. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Jones is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the 1. Shot from the wing. That shot missing. The Rockets go the other way with it. Now here's McLemore. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and Jones slams it home. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior, gotta love it.
And it's Gordon missing. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Hunter, the pass to Jones. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Carroll with the 3, drills it from outside.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Capella. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Rivers. Carroll kicks to Rivers. Back to Carroll. Passes it to Gordon. It's Rivers on the wing. And the 3 off target. Atlanta leading by 10. Here's Herter. Pass to Young. Stolen by Rivers. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Finished off the break.
An effective combo guard. Rivers has a good sense for when to shoot and when to dish it.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, they still got work to do. What a job they've done to get back into this.
The pass to Carroll. There's Gordon with the three. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Hunter. Capella, high post. Pass to Herder. To the middle. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 7.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Gordon dishes to McLemore. It's stolen by Jones. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Young's shot is good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
McLemore, no good. The Hawks leading by 9. Herder passes to Hunter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Atlanta.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for John Collins.
Oh, he was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Here's Green. Back to Rivers. Stolen away. Here's the break. And that's going to be a travel. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins has checked in. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
The deep 3 from Harden. No good there. And so Atlanta takes this one by a... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
The $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament is back for its 3rd year. We have crowned 2 champions already, Skip to My Lou and Jomar. This year, you could be the 3rd. First,
The fog pouring across and the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's House in at the 3 spot. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the 5. Now, here's Thompson. Curry on the wing. Misses the wing Jared.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Don't see it a ton, but Klay Thompson off the pull-up there. Great balance.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Thompson outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 5.
Now that is Thompson's shot. Just a great rhythm shooter and fully confident in his perimeter game.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Curry. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
Well, a great attack by Westbrook. He's unleashing it right now on his opponent.
Now here's Curry. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Chris. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Houston. It's a 3-point game. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Westbrook against Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Curry. Thompson with it. He has 5. From deep 3-point range. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way.
And I hope kids out there are watching the textbook form on Thompson's jumper.
There's so many things that you could check the boxes on in terms of the fundamentals of a great shooter. It starts at the base. It's great footwork. You square up. You got a quick release. And you got to follow through. It really is something to watch.
And so it's Houston with it. The Rockets trail. It's stolen by Curry. The drive by Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Covington. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And again, no good by Golden State.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And the shot goes in. Harden's got 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Curry. And yes, it's good.
The confidence that Steph has on the inside, once he beats his primary defender, he can finish over the top of the bigger defenders.
Now here's Covington. No points in the game yet for him. Curry looking around. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harden gets the bucket. 10 points for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Thompson outside, fires from deep. Westbrook pulls it in. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House. And McLemore subbed in for James Harden. They double-team Curry over Westbrook. Here's Looney outside for Curry. Again, Curry missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Curry against Westbrook. Curry kicks it to Looney. Back to Curry. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Curry's got 9.
A catch-and-shoot opportunity for Steph. It's just effortless.
1 second left, and Westbrook with the layup.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Got it off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. James Harden getting it done for Houston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Eric Pascal out there with Looney. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Toscano in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior. And last year, just a tough one for Looney. Just couldn't find a way to stay on the court.
Grabbing that jersey for just 20 games last year, and every time he seemed to recover from one nagging injury, another one would pop up, and Looney very frustrated with how last year went, and so were his teammates.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bowman's checked in. Here's Bowman, guarded by McLemore. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Rockets leading by 4. Rivers gets a wide open look. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The Warriors shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Looney. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Kevon Looney on the inside doing a little bit of damage now.
Green passes to Gordon. Down low. It's stolen. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Back to Rivers. Misses off the right iron. Warriors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Pascal. Pass to Looney. Here's Bowman. A 3-ball. But they recover it. Looney passes to Bowman. Pascal inside. Guarded by Green. For Houston, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And he gets the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them. Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Harden, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Chris gets the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Rockets making a change here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House is checked in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
Curry way outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And, of course, having that broken hand last season, Curry couldn't help the Warriors avoid a disastrous season.
Kevin Durant gone. Clay rehabbing. The Warriors, I mean, legitimately just left with no scoring whatsoever. But Steph Curry, he's healthy, changes that whole narrative. Thompson tearing through the lane and then finishes strong with the dunk. It's not worth 3, but that's a pretty 2.
Westbrook, that shot off. Curry with some nice D. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint, Westbrook with the steal. To the middle, Harden kicks it to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. And that one, good. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. Westbrook against Curry. Deep. Rebound by House.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Smailagic is checked in. Here's Tucker. Another miss by Houston. The Warriors have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. He rifled that one in from distance. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
On its way from Curry for 2. No good on the last second attempt there. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Covington's got 5 points so far.
All-out effort
all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Curry against Westbrook. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Golden State. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. Curry fires from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 12.
It doesn't matter. I mean, once Steph Curry crosses half court, you're in trouble.
Harden can't hit. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Nice shot by Thompson.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. From deep three-point range. No good there. The Rockets go the other way with it.
Andrew Wiggins, kind of guy that people watch with a microscope.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Thompson, he's checked in for Wiggins. And a switch here also for Houston. Daniel House is checked in for Gordon. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call, you know.
That is.
Got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Westbrook, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Looney's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
Kind of a simple job for Looney out there, but he's willing to do it. Gets into the middle and fights for that board.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 16 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Thompson for 3. Poke loose. Rockets trail by 5. Tucker with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Westbrook with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. For 3. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got 19 points.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
He gets it in there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Curry passes to Pascal. Curry against Westbrook. Curry gets the bucket. 1 point in the game.
I feel like when he gets going like this, it's a night where Steph might take a few more chances offensively. That spells trouble for the defense.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And the Warriors with some changes. Smilagic is checked in, and it's Green in for Thompson. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Karam comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. Now, here's Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's Smilagic. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Basket good. Green's got his first points in this one.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. To the left side wing. Here's Smilagic. Carroll covering. Yes, that goes in. And the Warriors lead by 5.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the boards.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Warriors lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. They've got Wiggins, and it's Smilagic in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Now here's Rivers after Eric Gordon's miss. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Toscano passes to Green, and another basket for Golden State.
And Draymond Green around the rim trying to find a little bit of a window to get that ball up.
Here's Green. The Warriors pull it in. Wiggins drives in, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Rivers passes to Carroll. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
On the wing, Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Draymond Green, a modern-day big, and of course we know the impact he has defensively, but for his career, he's only hitting around 30% of his threes, and the last 2 seasons have been well below that. It's still his willingness to take them that's going to keep the defense honest.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
And Draymond Green is a great role player on the offensive end on the floor and makes guys around him better because he's willing to make plays and passes. And then he's got that commitment, that tenacity on the defensive end as well.
When Draymond plays the center position, though, Brent, 30% from 3 isn't all that bad.
Well, again, we'll go back to the idea of the threat of the shooter. That's going to create more space for all of the action that's happening behind Draymond Green. And, of course, we know his willingness to pass up shots to the preferred pass. That's where he really makes an impact.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Tucker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And the first one at the line is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both free throws good from Tucker.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Curry passes to Wiggins. To the inside. Out to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
When he decides to get to the rim, Klay Thompson can be tough to deal with. Quickness on the drive that time.
A shot by Harden, wide open. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. And Thompson launches it from deep. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pulls up for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Chris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Warriors leading by 7. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Thompson from long range. It's rebounded by Houston. House has got 4 rebounds in this game. Another miss by Harden. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. It's Curry outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
A consistency from the distance that Steph shoots at, I think, is one of the more astounding parts of his accuracy from the three-point line.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Wiggins with the ball. That one falls. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. From deep. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. And finished off by Westbrook.
I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
Now here's Curry. Here's Chris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Rockets trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steph Curry.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
He did not do that. He did not just do that.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Westbrook finds Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Harden outside. And the pass to House. Now here's Westbrook. It's Covington on the wing. From deep 3-point range. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. And here is Curry on the wing. Wiggins. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. So, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony,